What up, YouTube? Team Moves here. Now, since this month I'm doing my reviews for March films, here's my review for the 1998 film Wild Things. All right, Wild Things. Premiered back on March 20th, 1998, and starred the likes of Denise Richards, Matt Dillon. You had Neve Campbell, Bill Murray. Uh, Let me just say, Wild Things is probably one of the most erotic movies you'll see in years. You know, I gotta say I love Wild Things. It's not for the obvious reasons. I'll say maybe for the obvious reasons, but Wild Things is awesome. The sequels, home video sequels aren't so good, but the first Wild Things is the best. If you guys don't know much about the story, you got Denise Richards who plays this teenager named Kelly, who uh, who is very attracted to this guidance counselor named Sam, played by Matt Dillon. And so she pretty much cries, all that he raped her and all that. And so there's like a scandal that ends up evolving in his in his arrest. So she ends up appealing to Ken, played by Bill Murray, who is this hack personal injury lawyer who has never really handled a case that couldn't be helped and all. And so soon, like his second victim, named Susie, played by Neve Campbell, also comes forward. And so this detective named Dequan, played by Kevin Bacon, as he's discovering the unfolding case. And there's like lots of twists and turns throughout. And of course there is a infamous scene with both Denise Richards, Neve Campbell, and Matt Dillon that is pretty well probably the most hottest scenes in movie history. But maybe the most hottest scene in movie history, obviously, is the pool scene between Neve Campbell and Denise Richards. If you guys see Wild Things, you know what scene I'm talking about. But man, this movie is a really decent film. I mean, it is a very, it's probably one of my favorite thrillers of the '90s. It's really fun. It's entertaining. It's directed by John McNaughton, who's directed some other stuff too, like he directed Sex, Drugs, Rock and Roll. He directed Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. He did A Normal Life. He recently did The Harvest. He's done some hit and misses lately, but I think he did a really decent job with this. Matt Dillon was terrific. Neve Campbell, of course, this was the same decade she did Scream, so it was interesting to see her in a very different role like this. You also had some other interesting cast members too, like you had Daphne Rubin Vega was in this. Bill Murray was very interesting in this. You even had Robert Wagner. Teresa Russell was in this. Kevin Bacon was really good. I mean, this movie, was a very, I guess, say it was a bit of an erotic thriller. Uh, about these two girls who just wants, this guy, and but they can't really have him, so they decide to just pretty much cry raping on. This movie is pretty interesting during the Me Too era, I guess, but it's definitely a really decent film worth checking out. You know, Kevin Bacon playing playing this this detective was pretty decent. Uh, it's definitely it's a really solid film worth checking out. It doesn't really get talked about a whole lot. Mostly, it gets more talked about because it's an infamous pool scene. And I mean, it's a shame that Denise Richards and Neve Campbell never did another movies together since, because I know those two really had great chemistry with one another. But yeah, obviously the pool scene is maybe one like the kissing pool scene. Yeah, okay, that's probably the most iconic scene in this movie. But yeah, it's a really like there's loads of twists and turns that you won't see coming. I'm not really gonna spoil it because I don't know how many people still haven't seen Wild Thing. I know it got released like in the '90s and stuff like that, but maybe there's people nowadays who have not really seen Wild Thing. So but that side, there's also some really cool several scenes during the credits here. There is some really interesting dialogue between the characters. This movie was released back in 1998, and I'm not gonna lie, I think they should do another one. in modern world and all. But that aside, it's definitely a really cool erotic thrill ride. And if you guys haven't seen Wild Things, I'm not really sure we can find it nowadays. You can find it on Vudu, Fandango now, Prime. It's not really on any major streaming sites, really. Let's see if I find out. Oh, it's on Hulu. Okay. But definitely go check out Wild Things if you haven't seen it. The sequels are not so good, but the first film is the best. Let me leave it to you guys. Have you ever seen 1998's Wild Things? If so, what's over? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? What were some of your favorite parts in it? Some of your favorite moments? I'm pretty sure I know what lots of people's favorite moments in Wild Things is, but maybe you guys have a different moment other than that. Anyway, drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Hitman signing off.